Ladies and gentlemen, let us today have a conversation around Fred Okengo Matiang'I entry into Kenyan politics. Because very many view Fred Okengo Matiang'I as the only potential person who is going to unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto from power. And he has actually shocked the Kenyan politics. And many people feel that Fred Okengo Matiang'I is the only political personality who gives His Excellency the President William Samoei Arap Ruto sleepless night. And many people say that when Fred Okengo Matiang'I arrived in this country, he made State House to be shaken. And in State House, everybody was helter-skelter. And the political analysts, they feel that as the way Fred Okengo Matiang'I has actually shaken the entire political arena of this republic. And that is why today I want us to have that candid discussion around Fred Okengo Matiang'I entry into the Kenyan politics. But before we dive in and try to see why that is happening, I could request you kindly to take a minute and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Give this video a like, share the video to your friends. And also, whenever you subscribe to this YouTube channel, always make sure to smash the bell button. Because once you smash the bell button, you give YouTube a leeway to notify you to watch any political analysis that we have brought into this YouTube channel. And now, let us go back to the discussion about the entry of Fred Okengo Matiang'I. What is the strength of Fred Okengo Matiang'I into the entry of the Kenyan politics? One, many people feel Fred Okengo Matiang'I as the only political leader who can bull likings from the entire Republic of Kenya. So that's why William Samoei Arap Ruto is keenly watching on Fred Okengo Matiang'I. Second, Fred Okengo Matiang'I is actually viewed as the only political leader who is attracting the so-called the youth, the so-called the Gen Zs. And in the political space, the Gen Zs were a group of political class which actually nearly shook and removed President William Samoei Arap Ruto from power during the finance bill. And therefore, many people see that group as a group which is being attracted to Fred Okengo Matiang'I. And that Gen Z group, many people say that it is tribalist. It is embracing Fred Okengo Matiang'I. And they say that if the Gen Z group is able to register across the country and they maintain that motto that they are tribalist, and they come in large numbers during the 2027 14 day, then Fred Okengo Matiang'I is going to be a real threat to William Samoei Arap Ruto come back into the Kenyan politics during a second tenure. And that is why people feel Fred Okengo Matiang'I as the only potential person who could bring William Samoei Arap Ruto down and would make him to be a one-term president. And there is also another factor which makes Fred Okengo Matiang'I to be so much attractive to the entire Republic of Kenya. Many Kenyans feel Fred Okengo Matiang'I as a performer, as a person who has the capability to turn this country to another direction. Because during the Uhuru era, Fred Okengo Matiang'I was the prime secretary, and he did a lot during that tenure. And many people said that it was Fred Okengo Matiang'I who was actually running the entire government. And they view him as a person who knows very well how the government works in and out. At the same time, they view him that the dockets that were actually given to him by His Excellency the President, the docket of education, Fred Okengo Matiang'I had that capability of stopping rampant cheating, and he made the quality of education in this republic to be on top gears. And also when he was in the docket of interior, security and interior, Fred Okengo Matiang'I actually scared the terrorists. He stopped terrorist attempt against striking this nation until he made the interior security docket to be very secure. And because of that, Fred Okengo Matiang'I is actually liked by the majority of these nation citizens. And many people feel that if Fred Okengo Matiang'I could actually be given the support he needs to be given, then he's going to unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto, let come 2027. At the same time, they say that Fred Okengo Matiang'I is also being seen as a no-nonsense person, as a person who can actually go for the corrupt in this nation. They say that of Fred Okengo Matiang'I is a fearless man, is a man who doesn't condone any kind of nonsense. And that character trait of Fred Okengo Matiang'I actually attracts a lot of Kenyans. And even if Fred Okengo Matiang'I has not really come to the public to declare his presidential bid, many people say that Fred Okengo Matiang'I must be on the docket, must be on the ballot, let come 2027. And that's why when he was arriving from US to this nation, many people were on the airport, even if he arrived during the night, to welcome him back. Many political leaders like Kioni, like the former Chief Justice or the President of the Supreme Court, they were at the airport to welcome Fred Okengo Matiang'I, and very many political parties are welcoming Fred Okengo Matiang'I to read or to be at the topmost person in their political parties. That's why Jubilee is saying that Fred Okengo Matiang'I is actually their candidate for presidency. UPA is also saying Fred Okengo Matiang'I also should be their leader should be the appointment. Let come 2027. And also we have people who have the view that Fred Okengo Matiang'I should actually look for a new political party so that that can propel him to 2027 presidential election. And also we have other political analysts who feel that Fred Okengo Matiang'I is a potential threat also to Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, because the entry of Fred Okengo Matiang'I into Kenyan politics puts Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka in the second fiddle and puts Fred to be on top. And that's why of late, many people are saying that Fred Okengo Matiang'I has actually taken the space which was supposed to be occupied by Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka, because Stephen Kalonzo Musyoka has always been feeling that he is going to be supported by the mountain. But now the mountain is saying that their man, their candidate, let come 2027, is Fred Okengo Matiang'I. And if Fred Okengo Matiang'I can actually be endorsed by Mount Kenya as a political region, then Fred Okengo Matiang'I is going to be a real nightmare for President William Samoei Arap Ruto, let come 2027. And also we have other political analysts who feel the entry of Fred Okengo Matiang'I is going to shadow the politics of Rigathi Gachagua, because they feel Fred Okengo Matiang'I as having more support from the former president Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta and the Jubilee Party, and that will weaken the strength of Rigathi Gachagua. But also Rigathi Gachagua has hinted in that he is ready to work with Fred Okengo Matiang'I as long as he is going to be the only key person who can unseat President William Samoei Arap Ruto. And also there are another political class who feel that Fred Okengo Matiang'I is going to attract a lot of funding from very many people, because many people view him as a real competitor to William Samoei Arap Ruto. So what do you have to say about the entry of Fred Okengo Matiang'I into the Kenyan politics? Please drop your comment in the comment section below. And if this is your first time to palm with this YouTube channel, please like this video, give this video a like. As I have said, do you like it? Smash the bell button so that you will be notified anytime we come up with any political discussion. And also share this video to your friends and encourage them, if they are lovers of politics, to subscribe to this YouTube channel. And for those ones who have subscribed to this YouTube channel, I say thank you so much. May God bless you abundantly, because you are our inspiration to continue coming up with this kind of political analysis. And with that, I say thank you. May God bless you all abundantly until we meet in our next political conversation. Goodbye. Bye.